Good morning, friends. Our theme this month is imagination. And I hope to see you in one of our RE classes or in Sunday morning chapel, because the more imaginations we have working together, the more amazing our ideas become. For right now, let's have a story. Once upon a time, there was a family that was really looking forward to a special event. Their neighborhood had planned a big party where they would have a bonfire and food and music and dancing and playing. And it had been a long time since they had gathered, so the children were especially looking forward to it and they were counting down the days. However, as the day got closer, the weather was looking like a problem. Sure enough, on the day before they were supposed to have their big party, a nor'easter came, and that meant lots and lots of snow. Even though these children loved snow, they knew it meant that they couldn't have their party with their neighbors, and that was really disappointing. So they stayed inside their house while the snow came down outside and the wind blew, and pretty soon the electricity went out. And that meant that their house was going to get cold. So the mom knew how they were cold and disappointed, and she invited everybody into her big bed with all the covers. And they all snuggled up, and Mom started telling a story. She said, "Imagine if it wasn't snow that was falling everywhere. Imagine if all you saw outside was ice cream. And instead of shovels, we just took spoons out and we would eat any of the ice cream we wanted. And over there would be vanilla, and over there would be chocolate, and over there would be mint chocolate chip, any flavor you could find. Imagine." Well, this sounded pretty good to the kids. They were kind of impressed with Mom's imagination. It was not too bad for a grown-up. And so being all snuggled up warm under those covers together and hearing Mom's story voice, pretty soon the kids all fell asleep. And while they slept, they dreamed of what she had been talking about. They dreamed that they went out and there was ice cream everywhere and they were able to eat all the flavors that they had ever wanted. But pretty soon in their dreams, they got big belly aches, and the ice cream made their clothes all sticky and it got in their hair and all over their skin and it felt icky. It's kind of a nightmare after all. So when the kids woke up in the morning, they were kind of relieved that it wasn't actually ice cream everywhere. But Mom's idea had been a good one. She had used her imagination well, and it gave the kids a really good idea. They went to the kitchen and they gathered some supplies, and then they went outside. The kids had a big bowl, and they made their favorite recipe of snow ice cream. They made it every year, but this snow was the first time this year where the snow had been just right. And so they mixed together 8 cups of snow and 1 cup of milk and 1/3 of a cup of sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract and just a pinch of salt. Then they stirred in some special sprinkles left from somebody's birthday cake. Then they went to the garage and they found a sled and a bell. And those kids, they made their own ice cream truck. And they went around the neighborhood to all their neighbors that they had hoped to see at the party. And they served ice cream from their truck. And at each house, the neighbor came out with a cup and a spoon and gratefully received their yummy treats. And this day wasn't the day that they had hoped it would be, but because of Mom's imagination and their own imaginations, it ended up being pretty special after all. I'm looking forward to doing some really fun imaginative things with all of you soon.